on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the 42-year-old, six-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady and the New England Patriots as they take on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings. This is fielded at the goal line. Time to see Tom Brady work his magic on offense with the rest of the New England Patriots crew. The Patriots 9-1. Week 11 were able to eke out a win in Philly 17-10. Interesting, it's the third time this year, Charles, that Brady has not thrown a touchdown pass, but they still got the W.
They certainly did, and he also made a little bit of extra news on his radio show when he talked about how frustrated he's been with the offense. You know, he thinks that they're just grinding out wins, not scoring enough points. They're 15th in the league in scoring. A lot of people say, big deal. So what? You're 9-1. He's thinking playoffs and Super Bowl, and he doesn't want any of those weaknesses to be exposed at the worst possible time. He's trying to get his team motivated right now.
He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll get 34 yards there.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Check three, check three, check three.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. They'll buy some time right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big time.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
Come on now, let's go.
Patriots taking the field again here offensively, as we discussed earlier, Charles. They continue to find a way to grind out victories, even if Tom Brady hasn't been extremely pleased with the offense. But 9-1 after the win at Philly. And with that 9th win, they cement a 19th consecutive winning season, only one behind the all-time record set by Dallas from the mid-60s until the mid-80s.
Their consistency in a league that's built to make teams 8-8 as a general rule is just off the charts amazing. Year after year, rosters change, people change. Tom Brady.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this belongs to the Vikings. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing, Cousins, and that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And they're going to get to him. That is going to be a safety. Tom Brady taken down to the end zone. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Taking it about the 16. Time to see the Vikings offense again here, and we mentioned it earlier, but they're 8-3 right now. We talked about that 20-point deficit that they overcame to beat Denver in Week 11. Remember, they were 2-2, now at 8-3. If you look at the NFC landscape, is this a legitimate? And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, and even 40 yards. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Stephon Diggs, 31 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then you're off.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No.
We play to win. Let's go.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
This is caught inside the 15. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, being chased out left. And he's going to let it go deep. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He was looking for Edelman there. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you cut down your field in a big way significantly. And the guys who play in the 2nd and 3rd level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
82's moving. 82's moving.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Dancing to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. They were looking for Johnson that time.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go, first quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Wait, 10, wait, 20. Right there, 54 Mike. Hey.
From midfield, here's Brady. They'll roll him out right. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. Past the 20. There he goes left side. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. They'll run for it with Cook. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no
you got to
way.
protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. File that under something you don't see very often there. Tom Brady scrambling for the first down. Last year, he finally went over 1,000 yards rushing for his career, and you think about it, this is a guy that's been in the league for almost 2 decades. Not the fleetest of foot, but he's showing right there he's got a little mobility in those old legs. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Brady, and now a fumble. Brady loses the football. No, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Sliding out of the pocket. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Complete. Smith has it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And Michelle will find...